Hey there, it's Brian Goulet of the Goulet Pen Company and InkNouveau.com. Today's video is about Pelikan, specifically the Pelikan m600 White Tortoise pen. This is a limited run pen. They did one a few years ago in the m400 size, and now they have it out in the m600 size. It just came out, and it's not so much a limited edition. It's not like a numbered pen, but it's going to be a limited run, so they're going to make it until they don't, basically. So it'll be here for a little while, but I thought I would show it to you, and since I have it, we don't normally stock the m600 here at the Goulet Pen Company, but since I have it here, I also have an m800 in my personal collection, and we have m200s. I thought I would show you what all three of them are like. So let me go ahead and give you the grand tour of the m600 White Tortoise. This is the new, as of the making of this video, which is the end of February 2012, the new Pelikan m600 White Tortoise. Now, this exact same pen was available in the m400 a number of years ago. There may still be some around, but probably not that much. It comes in a special box. The normal Pelikan box is a blue one that you may have seen. This is a special one for this pen. So I pull it off, and you can see the pen in here. Oh, very nice looking. It comes in this little plastic sleeve with this little doodad thing on here with a barcode on it that is really not that important for the purpose of this video anyway. So there is the pen. As far as the box goes, it's got this nice little leather type pen holder thing that goes in there. Not the most practical thing in the world, in my opinion, but it is nice looking. You know, it's a nice Pelikan logo and all that stuff. And then inside the box, it's got this little tab here that you can pull, and it shows you all the goodies underneath, such as the little booklets and all the stuff that tells you about the pen and inks and stuff like that. So there you have that. But the box is really probably not the reason why you're interested in this pen. So this is a new pen that is kind of different than some of the other Pelikans. It's a very nice looking pen, I will say that. But part of the reason I wanted to shoot this video in particular was because at GouletPens.com we don't carry the m600 regularly. We do special order them, which is what we did in this case, someone who was interested in this pen. Normally we carry the m200, and we can special order any of the Pelikan pens. I have an m800 myself. So what I really wanted to do is, while I had, three different sizes of Pelikans, I wanted to shoot a video on all three to show you the size differences, because I get asked a lot what the size differences are between the different Pelikan series pens. So you can see right here, the m800 is about the size of a TWSBI 540. I'm also told it's about the size of a Mont Blanc 146, if you happen to have one of those. The m600 is a bit of a step down from the m800. I don't have an m400, which normally would go in between the 200 and 600, but I'm told that the m400 is not as big of a size difference as it is between the 600 and 800. That stepping down from the 600 to the 400 is not quite as drastic. So anyway, here's the size differences. I will go ahead and post them and show you the difference in nib sizes too, because they all do have different nibs. So let me see if I can get them all here in the frame. The 200 has a steel nib, but the 400 on up has a gold nib, as does the 600 here. So there you go. There is the size differences between all of the nibs. The m800 is bigger than the 600 is bigger than the 200, and so on. It does have that really nice two-tone look to it. I'm a big fan of that. But you can see here the size difference, and when it's posted, the 800 definitely looks a little bit bigger. The diameter also of the pen steps up, and I'll put detailed dimensions of all these pens on the Ink Nouveau written portion of the blog post. I'm not going to put it here in the video because, just showing you a bunch of numbers is probably not going to help you out that much. But anyway, there are the three pens next to each other. So hopefully that gives you some perspective anyway of what it's like. But specifically related to the m600, this pen is kind of neat in particular in that it's a kind of a part way a demonstrator. It's a little bit translucent here in the middle. You can actually see the piston seal in here with the piston rod in the back. This pen, the way that it operates is you unscrew the back and you can see the piston moving down. So you move that piston down, you stick the pen down up into the ink all the way up until it kind of covers part of the grip section, and then you unscrew it and it pulls that piston back up, pulls ink up into the pen, and then you're set to write with it. That's the way that it works. It's a screw cap, push to post. The nib here is a 14 karat nib, two-tone, and if you do want to remove it, I won't do it on this pen, but I'll do it on my personal pen. This one's already been bought by somebody else, so I'm trying to be careful with it. The Pelikan nibs, the thing that's cool about them is for the sake of cleaning, or if you like to swap out your nibs, you can actually just take and grip very firmly here so your thumb is on the bottom of the feed and that your forefinger is on top of the nib as close to the grip section as you can. Be careful not to twist the nib and feed out of alignment. But if you grab those two and then you can twist, oh boy, this one's sitting there kind of hard. Okay, there you go. Twist in a counterclockwise motion, then the whole nib unit just unscrews right out of the pen. So you can actually buy nib units separately. So if you want to have an extra fine and a broad, or if you want to have an italic or whatever, you know, you can swap them out and not have to buy a whole new pen, because these pens are pretty pricey. But there you go. And then to put it back in, you just do the same thing but in the other direction, and then not put it in too firm, but then there you go. So that's how you remove the nib off your Pelikan. But it's pretty easy. Edison pens do that. The Tatcha pens do that. And you know, you can do it on the M600 too. I think it's all the Pelikan pens, with the exception of maybe some vintage ones that maybe don't have that. I'm not sure. But all the modern ones that I know of do that. So that's kind of a neat thing about Pelikan, is that they have that feature. So anyway, just wanted to kind of introduce you to the White Tortoise. It is a really interesting looking combination between this kind of greenish yellow with this pearlescent striation going through it, kind of the clear translucent effect going on, then in combination with the white and the gold and the Pelikan logo on the top. See, normally it's got black with a gold Pelikan, but this limited edition, and most of the limited editions I've seen, have the gold on gold. So that's kind of neat. Let me try and get that closer in there. So there you go. There's that gold on gold. Really classy looking. It's got you know, Pelikan Souverain Germany written in the middle there. And then as far as the nib goes, you can see it's got the little pelican bird on there, 14 karat, and then you can see that translucent effect. It's really kind of neat. And then it's got a couple of gold things there, and this is the way you unscrew it, so you can see that piston moving down. It's a double seal piston there, so it performs really well. The only thing about piston pens is, you know, it does have a higher ink capacity than most other pens, but it can take a little bit longer to clean. But if you take that nib out, you know, I wouldn't recommend doing that like every time you clean it, but maybe if you're changing a really stubborn color and changing a drastic color and you want to really clean it thoroughly, you can take that nib out there and kind of swab out the inside with a Q-tip, and that'll help out. So there you have it. This is the M600 White Tortoise. So there you have it. If you have any questions, you can always email me at brian@gouletpens.com. Thanks for watching, and write on.